Okay, so once you're ready to paint, the first thing you'll notice will be that the available materials in your library is really quite ordinary. There's not very many there to choose from, and they're not particularly good. So what you're going to want to do is bring in some more materials. So I'll show you how to do it. So we're going to go through the top menu to Manage, click on Materials, and this brings up your material browser. Now, if you don't have this bottom one open, Materials Library, pop that one up. This one at the top here is all your materials which are currently in your library. We're going to want to add to this. So this bottom one here, AEC Materials, this is Autodesk's extended material library. So there'll be other things in here which you can choose from to paint your materials onto your design. So things like wood. If I want to add maybe this wood flooring, so lighter coloured timber, I want to include that into my library. So this little icon here up adds material to the document, puts it up in this list up here. So you can do that for a whole bunch of materials, and it's worthwhile just going through at the start and just adding a whole things which you think you might want to use. Obviously, you don't want to add too many things in there and start slowing your model down, but if you think you're going to use it, might as well add it in all in one shot. So things like I might bring in some of these tiles, might use in my bathroom, might bring in maybe some of this stucco wall texture, so sort of a render, that sort of thing, flooring, wall textures. And make sure when you add these elements, you hit apply down here in the bottom right. Otherwise, if I just hit OK and I go back, all those things are just added won't be there. So apply ensures they stay up in this list. Let's say I just want a wall color. I'm going to have to create a new material. So down the bottom here, create a new material. I want to paint my walls, let's say like a navy color. So I'm going to call this navy wall. You can call it whatever you like. Navy wall. I'm going to go to the Appearance tab. Gives me a preview of what it looks like here. So in the generic options here, I'm just going to choose the color that I want to use. And I choose the navy that I'm going to use. There are other ways. You can probably go through Pantone and choose a bit of a better range of colors, but this is just as good as anything. Yeah. So I'm going to choose that color and hit OK. It's not exactly navy, but that was fun. Down here, you can also choose how glossy the material is. So if I want it to be nice and shiny, I can boost that right up. If I want it to be matte, I can crank it right down. You can also choose whether the material is metallic, how reflective or transparent it is. You can add things like bump maps, so you can add a texture, like a texture to it, so the light refracts off it in different ways. You can have it self-illuminating, so if it was like a street sign or something like that, you can make it light up. Or you can tint it, and that comes in handy with some floorboard textures and that sort of stuff. So let's say I have like a really dark coloured floor and I want to lighten it up. I can put a white coloured tint over that floor, or I could put a red tint on it to make it look a bit more like a walnut sort of material. So that tint option comes in handy a fair bit as well. And I'll apply that one too. Now, you're not restricted to just the colours, you can also choose images. So I'm going to go create a new material again down here. Identity, I'm going to call this one grass, because I don't have any grass yet, I'll bring one in. The default grass in this is pretty bad, so definitely worthwhile bringing a grass in. So here's what it says, image, it's a big box, click on that one. Now you can download them off of Google, try to search for a seamless texture when you're searching for a particular one. But you can also access Revit Texture Library, which I've got in Curriculum, Subject Areas, Technology, Sustainable Design, Revit Textures. Make sure you go to view thumbnails to see it like this, and just some nice grass textures in there. So I'm going to bring that in. Now this grass texture at this point is very, very small. So it looks like there's a good few square meters worth of grass in this image. It currently is at the default size of 30 centimeters by 30 centimeters, so 300 mil. So sort of ruler length. So when I bring this in, it will be really tiny grass. So I want to increase the scale of this image. So down here where it's got scale, I'm going to change that, add a 0, and done. Apply. Now I've got a much bigger library of materials which I can use and paint up various things. I will do another demo on how to paint things next.